Wanted to talk about a concept that is so like important, but we glance over it sometimes. And it makes me think, I have a trainee who dude can shoot, right? Can shoot the lights out the ball. He tends to like pull back on a shot, right? And I'm trying to fix his camera, but he tends to pull back on a shot. So he's shooting, and instead of like following through on a shot, you can't see in my full angle. I'm righty too, so let me get my right hand up. He like pulls back like this, and I know you guys probably have trainees who do the same thing, and I imagine that it gets irritating when somebody doesn't hold their follow through, and it's the same thing. I know we get irritated. I get irritated when somebody tells me they're going to do something, but they don't actually do it. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect with that or am I timely all the time, but it is something I'm aware of and I am working towards. I remember working in corporate in the first year in my corporate career, I was making 50 cold calls in an hour, which is not a lot for some people, but for somebody who's just new, 50 cold calls, having a script, trying to talk to people who really don't want to talk to you is tough. And I'm not saying we have to do that, but I do see the benefit in having a prospecting approach. Now, that model may not be the best for us, but we can prospect in different ways. We can prospect through social media. We can prospect through phone calls. We can prospect through email. We can prospect through a lot of different avenues. And just the idea of lacking integrity in our follow through on a shot, lacking integrity in our words is hurting us more than we realize, because of course all of us want to reach our basketball training potential. Like we want to grow as much as possible and have 100% operating capacity and train as many athletes as we can and provide a quality service. However, that I don't see how that's going to happen if we don't have a firm grasp on how we actually follow up with people. Being too scattered, and sometimes it's a lack of intentionality, sometimes it's a lack of structure, and other times it's a lack of a good model, right? Like cold calling was cool, but I don't know that's the way to go right now in certain industries. Certain industries you have to. For this basketball training industry, I don't see a basketball trainer calling random parents every single day. I'm not saying that's what we need to do. However, there are people who are interested in our services that we probably don't reach back out to at all, or take forever to reach back out to. And I'm not going to be here for very long because I got to reach out to other people too myself. And I'm going to schedule an hour block where I just call people back, text them back, and make sure I'm following through on the commitment that I made to get back to somebody. But one thing can actually help us do that better, right? It's not just about our willpower and working hard and not smart. It's about how we actually keep up with those people and how we actually are efficient in our prospecting approach. So what I would like to do is show you a way that we can be more efficient in doing that. Now, hopefully you can see my screen. I'm not going to show you all these messages, but what I am saying is there is a way to have better follow-up with people and get back to them much quicker. And that way is by consolidating all the messages, because we get messages in text messages on our phone, we get phone calls, we get Google My Business messages, we get Facebook Messenger messages, we get emails, we get Instagram direct messages. And it's tough to go through all those different platforms and get back to people in a timely manner. So what we've done in the playbook is provided you a way to get all those messages into one area. So I'm not going to show you all the messages here because I want to protect people's privacy. But as you can see in these little icons here, there's a text message, there's Facebook messengers, there are emails. If you keep scrolling down here, you'll see Google My Business down there as well. And there are other ways of doing it too. And I won't load more. Maybe we can find some of them there, but a lot of emails, right? So my point is this: you having a consolidated approach to really dig into the fortune that's in the follow-up is huge. I think that a lot of us have the intention and we have the desire to follow up with people and be good businessmen and businesswomen, but it's tough when you don't have something that is structured, automation, consolidation, organization. So all that being said, I encourage you guys to find that however it is that you choose to find it. My suggestion, my advice, if you were asking me if I were deciding, is check the playbook out. Try the playbook out. It is the best website platform for basketball trainers out there, and it helps you to improve your follow-up, which is not good for your own self, for your own essence and your integrity. It's also good for business too, right? So I'm off. That's it for me. I'm about to follow up with all of my prospects and my trainees and practice what I preach. And hopefully you guys watching this will benefit from it and understand how to improve your follow up, because it is follow through Friday, right? It's Finance Friday and follow through Friday. So let's improve with both. Thanks.